Kick the Xfinity man out of your neighborhood. Cut the wire next. World famous how to turn your dish into a over-the-air antenna coming up next. Part 2, 5 years in the making. Welcome back, everyone. It's Steelhead Station, and for years my most popular video related to this: how to turn your dish or DirectTV antenna in a matter of 30 seconds into an over-the-air antenna. And in the other video, if you haven't seen it, we go over how to release the little pressure clamp there, pull the swim unit out, quickly undo the cable, slide in any over-the-air antenna with a short little straight mounting bracket in there, push the pressure up, and you're good to go. But this one, we're going to actually go inside. People have always commented for the past 5 years they'd like to see a little bit more, so for all you that have been waiting 5 years, well, here you go. So the first thing you want to do, locate your cable coming down, and it's going to be a lot easier if it's on the roof, because you know it's probably coming in through the antenna. But on this one, see, it comes down our shed, goes past the crappy painting that needs to be redone, and into the ground in the conduit. And then we follow it over here, and it comes back out the conduit here, along with our cable, which, like I said, if it's on yours is on the roof, it's going to be a lot easier. But you find which one is your cable. You can see it's coming out right here. You have and you have one coming out here. One is cable, one is your DirectTV line. So it's going to be a lot easier if you're on the roof, like I said, because you're just going to look down through the roof and see where it's coming through. You probably won't have your cable there. But another giveaway is going to be on the lettering. The DirectTV is going to have, it's marked, it's going to say DirectTV right on it. So we know it's this one. We follow it down. We know it's going into the house on the left. On the right is our cable. So now we're going to go inside and we're going to show you where it's coming in through the house. Okay, so now we're in my basement in the utility room where everything comes in through the house. And you're going to see this is a big mess. And I'm going to tell you why now. Giant rant against Comcast. When we came here, cable was not hooked up. Or at least they had internet hooked up, they did not have the cable hooked up. So we called Comcast, we got everything hooked up. The guy came out, they tried to charge us as a existing customer, so don't let them do that, because we're like, we just moved into this house. Just because they had it hooked up, cable hooked up for the internet, doesn't mean we're an old customer. So we got that taken care of. But the installer came out. As you can see here, we got fuse boxes and tons of wires everywhere. But don't be scared, because this is an old alarm system they said was hooked up. It wasn't. So these are just cables that went to sensors that they cut before we left. They really did us dirty. This was powering it, and there we had a outlet that was powered to that. This is fuse box, secondary fuse box for the pool, and they did not do a good job of doing this. But as you can see, up there is where both cables come in. You got this cable, which is Comcast, and you have that cable right there, that is the DirectTV. Now, because it was hooked up to DirectTV, all of these lines were all hooked up to a splitter. And the Comcast guy came in originally before I did the antenna, and he just came in and cut all of these wires. Didn't tell anyone, came down here, cut the wires off the splitter, hooked up to this one here for cable for the internet and one room, and then just left the cut up wires just dangling, and the splitter dangling. It was mounted right there. Right there. So I had to put new ends on all of these, and then I traced back through and found out and marked with tape and wrote on the tape where all these went to the different rooms in the house. So basically the guy screwed everything up, and once we decided we didn't want Comcast cable, I did this all back by myself, and what a jerk. And that's Comcast for you. But anyways, so if you're gonna do the system that I'm talking about outside with your antenna, decide which rooms you want, and we still have to get cable from Comcast. So I have it hooked to one room where our modem is. So I left that hooked up, traced all these others back, marked them off, decided which ones we need the two TVs for, the DirectTV satellite / your OTA over-the-air antenna coming in, and I hooked up just two of those, and you can see there they're hooked. So follow your DirectTV line in, go around to your splitter, hook it up, and with that, you can see here, this is going into your power box for your antenna. And you're going to connect your outside wire that's coming through the wall to this. And then you're going to run that to your closest outlet. And the closer you can get this to your antenna outside, the better, because this is now putting energy down the line to energize your antenna. And you're going to give you way better signal. And that's basically the whole setup. You're just taking your DirectTV line that's coming in, take it to your power for your antenna that comes with your slide with your antenna, and then go to your splitter that goes to a number of whatever rooms you want, and then out. I could hook up all of these rooms back up. I need to get in here and make it all more nice and tidy. It's been like this for a while, but like I said, that was thanks to Comcast trying to make it impossible for DirectTV to hook it up again, or at least harder. And just go ahead, decide you're coming in through your building, make sure you know which one's your cable, which one's your DirectTV. It'll say on the, or dish, it usually says on the wire, to your power source, to your outlet, out from your power source, to your cable, splitter, to your rooms that you want. It's just that simple. And I hope this was a little more informative. I know it's pretty crazy down here in the basement, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.